It was the most tragic rail accident that happened in last decade. It claimed more than 280 lives and more than 900 people are injured. But as of now, while we talk about Balasore train accident, the whole focus is as to what actually happened, what led to this particular accident. This is the pictorial representation, in fact, of the particular area where this derailment actually happened, where this train accident actually happened. And these are the two lines. These two are the up, this is up line and this is down line. And these are the two loop lines where two goods train were standing. Now, the Coromandel Express was coming from this direction, and this point 17A is the actual point from where we are saying that something happened in the signaling and train. The initial theory is that train went on to loop line. However, railway has not confirmed the particular theory because railway is saying that train got derailed and dashed with the goods train. In fact, rail officers are saying that they have no clarity as to what actually happened and they are waiting for the inquiry. But there are three possible theories as to what can happen in this particular case. What led to this particular accident? So we have three possible theories. The first one is the shortcut. The shortcut in the construction work, in fact, the repair work that was happening on this particular LC gate, we have been told, in fact, the sources are telling us that some sort of boom repairing work was happening on this particular gate. This is the gate, this is LC gate, and some boom repairing work was happening. Now, in general cases, whenever you carry out any sort of work on an operational line, there is a proper mechanism for it. In fact, several rules are there in the rail manual and these rules are to be followed. However, it has been said that there is a possibility that a shortcut method was opted in this whole case, which led to the particular accident. Now, in shortcut method, what we mean, it means that some sort of interference was there in the signaling system. However, there was no intention of any sort of, or we can say that the one who was actually interfering with the signal was actually limited to this particular work. However, this shortcut method somewhere resulted in the particular accident because they say that signal was given for this up line. However, train went onto this loop line, dashed with this particular goods train and got derailed. And at the same time, another train that was Yeshwantpur Express was coming from the another direction and got derailed because of the coaches that were already there on the second track. Theory number 2 talks about the possibility of sabotage. Now, while we talk about sabotage, so there are theories that as rail officers, in fact, are claiming that there was some sort of signaling interference, in fact, some sort of someone who might have touched these lines, these cables, these components, and because of which this technical error, which was that train was actually given a green signal for up line and train went on to loop line happened. However, when we talk about sabotage, so there are several other questions as well because S&T is the department that deals with the signaling part in railways, and whenever we talk about S&T department, so it has a number of protocols that need to be followed. Whenever someone is actually going into the relay room or if someone is doing any sort of activity with the controller box, then there are several sort of codes and keys that are generally exchanged between the officer. If someone from the station staff is doing something in the relay room, then the other person, the person from the S&T department will keep a record of that particular thing in the register. And all of these things are mandatory. If there are possibilities of sabotage, then one has to explain as to who is on fault. And this is the reason why, in fact, people are saying that this particular investigation has been recommended to CBI. In fact, this whole case has been recommended to CBI and CBI will probe the case. Now comes theory number 3. Theory number 3 talks about the technical flaw in the system. The same flaw that was in fact highlighted in the letter that was written in the February month by the operation manager of Southwestern Railways. In this letter, it was mentioned that a similar sort of incident where a train was given signal for another line and train went on to a loop line was a major accident was averted after that because of the alertness of loco pilot. However, in that case, in fact, a human was on fault, and we have learned from our sources that this human was punished as well. This is theory number 3 where we are talking about a possible technical flaw in the system. If it is the case, then the vendor will be held responsible. However, it is very unlikely because experts say that it is not possible, because whenever we talk about signaling system, so it is a flawless system. In fact, we have no failures in the particular system. There are several sort of logics, there are several sort of conditions that need to be fulfilled in order to give green signal, in order to give red signal, or in order to set points. However, it has also been clarified by Rail Minister himself that there was some issue with the electronic interlocking. Electronic interlocking deals with signaling and the swift movement of the trains on track and the points. And Rail Minister has clarified that there was some issue with the interlocking. However, now CBI will be carrying forward the particular investigation and will get to know as to what actually happened in this case.